we're going to talk about some TV shows. And we started this one, Brick, good idea, because I started watching Cobra Kai, and you said best rivalries in television
Hell
and
yeah.
film. I think this is a great one. And as I was sitting down, I have a huge list, first of all. When we do more of these in the future, because I guarantee we will, we need to narrow it down more. Like, we need to do best animated rivalries or best, like sports movie rivalries or whatever. But I digress. Mark, give me the order and let's get into this.
Let's go Brick, Smithers, me.
Okay. You heard the man, Brick. Give me your first
Tough.
pick.
I just think that Jim Halpert and Dwight Schrute just have an all-time rivalry. It's
Damn it.
just the pranks that go back and forth between them, and they're just like, they really made the most out of just being in an office. Hell yeah, 1-1, Jim and Dwight.
This is a really difficult topic to do because you kind of wonder like what qualifies as an actual rivalry. I think Brick, yours does from the classical standpoint. They do eventually become friends, but I think we have to kind of like peel that out. Like you can't.
I would like you to explain why the Batman and the Joker is not considered a rivalry.
So, okay, let's look at it this way. We might as well just get this out of the way. A rivalry is not one-sided, right? Because then it's just domination. And the Joker has technically never beaten Batman. Otherwise, well, I guess that's not really true either because he says he can't survive without Batman. I guess what I'm trying to do is not do like heroes versus villains because to me that doesn't seem like a rivalry. Like that you don't. I don't know how to describe this. It's kind of like that Supreme Court justice who was talking about pornography in the 70s. It's like, I can't define it, but I know it when I see it. And that does not feel like a rivalry to me.
Even in like the end of like the Killing Joke though. Like they're in their like I think they're at the Wayne Manor and they're like laughing. They're like they're laughing about how ridiculous their relationship is.
Oh, Smithers just mentioned it. They can't live with this will always go back and forth because they need each other. Yes. Yeah.
Look, I'm not going to sit here and say you can't pick it. To me, that doesn't strike me as a rivalry, but I'll just leave it at that.
That's fair
enough.
Go ahead. All that matters is the community.
Yeah.
Community's opinion.
No
the people's opinion.
I allow it. I'm just saying, yeah, you just like brought up in our little chat that I don't have to explain that Batman and the Joker aren't rivals. And I was like, yeah, you do have to explain that because I'm like, I could kind of go either way. But
does anything that I'm saying make any sense though?
Yeah, no, absolutely.
Okay.
I'm with you. I just wanted a clarification on that because rivalries is just such a broad.
Yeah, it really is. And that's why I think we narrow it down in the future. But that said, with my first pick, I'm going to go with Maverick and Iceman from Top Gun. Okay. To me, that speaks to a true rivalry. Two guys who are trying to do the exact same thing and be the best at it. Maybe that's what it is. Because I don't feel like Batman and the Joker are obviously they're not moving towards the same goal. I don't know. I'm grasping at straws here. It just doesn't make any fucking sense. But that's my pick. So, Mark, you got two?
Yeah. Number one, I'm going to say Tupac and Biggie.
Okay.
I think that escalated to a West Coast, East Coast rivalry. And just whenever you say, oh, you like rap music, the question people always default to is Tupac or Biggie. I think it means so much more than their just individual music per se. And that rivalry and people asking if you're a Tupac or Biggie fan, that's never going to go away. So I'm going to pick them.
So I think this is first of all, this is a good one. But I think that this works because there was a movie about it. If we're doing media, I'll let this one slide. But if it was, I don't know, I'm trying to think of another example. Like if
we said entertainment. So
if it was MGK and Eminem, I'd be like, no, get the fuck out of here. And that is one that you would definitely pick.
Well, now that you mentioned it, Smithers, my number
Go ahead, pick that one. Let me know if you win.
All right. Number two, I'm going to say Derek and Hansel.
That one was on my list too.
Let's go.
Sam.
For the record, he's talking about Derek Zoolander, and if you don't throw Zoolander and Hansel in there, you maybe don't know what he's talking about. But that's a good one. I had that on my list. I'm gonna go. So I need a ruling from you two. No, I don't. Not for this pick, at least. I'm gonna go Happy Gilmore and Shooter McGavin.
Damn, that was my next pick.
Fuck, I didn't even think about that one. That's really good. Damn
A
it.
lot of Billy Madison movies have good Adam Sandler movies have good rivalries in them, just because it's a good way to drum up dumb comedy.
I
All right,
like it.
Brick, you're up.
Freaking like it. God damn it.
You got 2 here.
Yeah.
He's
Pissed
about to pass out because he's thinking too hard.
Took Happy Gilmore and Shooter. I think I'm gonna go with Jerry and Newman.
Dude, I was gonna pick that just to take it away from you because I knew that was on your list.
It's a good one.
Okay. Damn it.
Newman.
All right, Brick, one more.
Let's see. I'm so torn between all these picks right now.
Talk me through it. You can't have silence here.
I am gonna go with Johnny. I'm just gonna go with LaRusso and Lawrence, just the classic.
Cobra Kai and Miyagi-Do.
Just they can't. I want them to be friends so bad in the show, but I know it just won't allow for it, and they're so stupid.
I know we're gonna get into this, but I really like that they still hate it. Like they find new ways to hate each other.
I know that's what's so fun about the show, but like, yeah, great rivalry.
Yes, I really, I'm very good with that. All right, I'm gonna go with Thor and Loki. And I know that this is counterintuitive to my Batman versus Joker, but I think that being brothers and Loki constantly kind of like pranking, like that feels like way more of a rivalry to me than Batman and the Joker. Mark, I see you agreeing. Brick, do you see what I'm saying here? Does this make any sense?
Yeah, no, I see what you're saying. There's literally a sibling rivalry that they have created rather than just a superhero versus a supervillain. They're just bad people, you know. They have that brotherly.
So there's my 3rd pick. Mark, you got 2.
I'm gonna go the comic book superhero movie route right now. Professor X and Magneto.
I thought I was gonna be able to sit on that one and get it last.
Yeah, I have to pick something from a big superhero movie. I think this is gonna resonate with a lot of people. It's not. It doesn't seem like a Batman Joker type villain. You know, you can argue that they had at some point they actually were friends and just strayed away from each other because they had differing opinions and ideas about what the world should be like.
Okay.
All right. Next pick, I'm gonna say, dude, this is
so
tough.
Your final pick. You better knock this one out of the park.
Oh, dude, I'm gonna.
There's so many.
There really are. I love it.
I was thinking about. Obviously, I want this to relate to more people, but I just love this pick. I'm going to say Burgundy and the Channel 4 news team versus Wes Mantooth in the evening news team.
Okay. That's very specific one, but that's good. Okay. So there is your 4th pick. That one kind of makes me want to throw one on my list that I hadn't considered, but now I want to. How do you guys feel about the Step Brothers guys?
Yeah, Dale Doback, and yeah, I didn't have him on my list, but I was going through all of the Ricky Bobby versus John Giard or whatever, and like the Chaz Michaels, and like he is a rivalries in all of his movies, honestly.
All right, that's the one I'm going to go with, obviously, because I said it out loud. It's not my favorite necessarily, but I honestly, some of these I wanted to save for the potential of future drafts. So there we go. Brick, you got one more, then we're going to wrap this up. I've been doing better about writing these down as we draft so that I can recap our picks when we're done. But go ahead.
So here's what I'm stuck on. I have a whole laundry list that I wanted to go through.
Well, you get final picks, so technically you could walk through these here.
Exactly, I am. So one of them is the gang versus the McPoyles from Always Sunny. I think they have a fucking great rivalry. The other one I have is Ryan Reynolds and Hugh Jackman. Just their rivalry in general. They just have like a fun, hilarious, like celebrity random rivalry.
I do like that one, but it's technically not like movies and film. It's meta.
We said entertainment.
Yeah,
exactly.
Okay. Yeah, if you want that, I'll give it to you.
You know what? For the reason, I'll just go with the gang and the McPoyles.
All right. So I feel like this was a pretty successful draft. We didn't spend a bunch of time like, I'm going to go with, all right, so I'm going to read through this. I will read this team by team. Brick's team is Jim and Dwight from The Office, Jerry and Newman from Seinfeld, Cobra Kai and Miyagi-Do from Cobra Kai, obviously, and the gang and the McPoyles from Always Sunny. Mark's team is Tupac and Biggie, Zoolander and Hansel, Professor X and Magneto, and Ron Burgundy and the Daily News team versus the Evening News?
It's Channel 4 news team versus the Evening News team.
Sure. And
like that battle in the movie.
Yes, my picks were Maverick and Iceman from Top Gun, Happy Gilmore and Shooter McGavin from Happy Gilmore, Thor and Loki from Thor and Loki, and the Step Brothers. So
I'm going to do some honorable mentions from my list here. What's weird with Deadpool and Wolverine? Do they have a rivalry, or is that just Hugh Jackman and?
No, that's like a comic book style thing, but it's more one-sided than anything. Wolverine just hates everybody, and Deadpool wants to be his best friend.
Okay. Pawnee versus Eagleton.
That's a good one.
Stone Cold versus Vince McMahon.
What about the Toros and the Clovers from Bring It On?
Ooh.
That's
Cartman versus Kyle.
Team Mighty Ducks versus Team Iceland.
Zach Morris and AC Slater.
That's a good one.
Yeah, Team Pup and Suds versus the X-Blades.
Yeah, that.
I had that on my list too. Godzilla versus Kong.
Yeah.
That was going to be my number 2 pick, and then I just started disliking it more and more. I don't know
Same.
why.
What
Ash
about
Ketchum and Gary Oak, the original rival, I feel.
What about Team Rocket and Ash Ketchum?
What about Gary Oak? What about Professor Oak?
Gary Oak is Professor Oak's son, who's like...
I didn't fucking remember that for some reason.
Yeah, he's always like,
I know he's the shithead. He's like, I'm the best.
Shit.
Yeah. Okay.
I'm going to go and take the Pokemon that you're weak against, and I'm going to battle you, and I'm going to get my ass kicked every single time. I fucking hate Gary.
I think I remember that line exactly.
Yeah. Tom and Jerry.
Tom and Jerry, Wile E. Coyote, and Roadrunner.
Classic. Homer and Flanders.
Homer and Flanders was on my list. I felt like that was too obvious for me.
The Pats versus Goodell.
Nah, that's no.
Entertainment.
I don't care. That one doesn't feel right to me. What about
I would have been fine with sports, but I just think you wouldn't be getting votes because of maybe from your fan base.
Yeah.
Rick.
But no, I don't think of sport. That's why we didn't go sports route either.
What about Caddy and Regina George for Mean Girls?
Oh yeah, that's a good one.
All right, I'm giving too many of these away.
Yeah, we want to hear more of yours. Drop it in not the chat, but whatever.
No, drop it in the chat, or you can find us on Instagram. We'll make a post about this. The Twitter poll will be up soon. Thanks for tuning in, and we'll keep going, and we'll keep you posted on who wins what. So with that, we're gonna head into some TV talk.